Happy Friday, but today I'm calling it Pajama Jammin' Friday because I'm wearing my pajamas and I'm ready to jam. I'm gonna do some singing today. Hello in the chat. We've got Annie, hey, and Chris and Wade. Welcome. Hope you're feeling good. It's gonna be the weekend. I'm celebrating my birthday weekend this weekend, so it's gonna be good for me. I actually just got this mic for my karaoke machine because I like to hit it hard with karaoke for my birthday. So welcome. Today is challenge day number 4. And as you guys know, I've been giving you guys challenges for the last few days, and I give myself a challenge every day. And today's challenge that I'm giving myself is because we're covering presentations. Every time I say the word presentation, I'm going to sing it. Presentations. Something like that. Maybe it's a new way I sing it every time. Who knows? All right, so let me show you the screen I'm working with right now. We got the behance.net/challenge/XD. This is where you're going to receive all of your challenges. Below here, we were working on this one here. We've unlocked presentation. We're going to go over why do we care about presentations as designers? Why does this matter to us? And how to quickly create them in Adobe XD using the presentations plugin. If you are not seeing this, it means you have not enrolled yet. Make sure you enroll with the big blue button. You're going to receive a new challenge every single day, and you have the opportunity to share your challenges on our Discord channel or on our Discord here. And you can upload your challenges and get feedback from mentors, from other designers, and give feedback to other people as well. I also tend to put some tips and tricks for the challenges within the tips and tricks channel. And feel free to ask questions, upload your portfolio, have fun in Discord, check it out. Now, first thing is I want to show people's designs from yesterday. We've got some wonderful designs in here. We have Abranil, who's posted their timeline screen, and they're going with that space theme that I started as well, which I really like, but they're using black and white images, which I think looks really cool. And they got that gradient going. Nice transitions there. Beautiful work. You created a timeline. All these different transitions, really smooth, looks great. We also have another one here from Etor. Let's play this guy. Oh, we have movement with the background element as well. Nice. And props to Amelia Earhart as well. Good job. And finally, I'm going to show another one here from Ilham. And what I love about this one is they're using that timeline animation concept, but applying it to a landing page. So let's check this one out. Ooh, that movement. Hey, good job. Loving this. See, so you can use this transition, not just in a timeline format, but kind of wherever your mind and your creative juices take you. Cool. If you want me to give you props in your design, please upload them as well into Behance. So this big button right here says share your work. You can select project, and from there you can go into settings, go into project tags. XD Creative Challenge is the tag you're using so that I can find it. And this is where you're going to upload your images, your video, what have you, anything you want for your case study. So check it out. Show me your work. I love seeing it. It's my favorite part of the whole stream, actually. Cool. So let's get into presentations. For Pajama Jammin' Friday, this is what your guys' designs are, or the download file is going to look like. This is challenge number 4. And our challenge prompt is using the presentations plugin. We're going to create and prototype a presentation with some dynamic animations. Now, first thing is I want to just talk about why designers build presentations. If you guys are just joining, my challenge to myself for Pajama Jammin' Friday is to sing the word presentations every time I say it. So if you're like, what is this lady? That's what's happening. So why do we build presentations as designers? Well, number one, probably the biggest reason is because we need to present our work to team members and to stakeholders all the time. This quote from J.D. Jones says, "A crucial part of being a designer is presenting our designs to clients and stakeholders. The better we present, the better we're able to persuade stakeholders and get buy-in for our designs." So we need to be able to communicate our ideas, our designs, get feedback, and it's a big part of what we do. So this kind of goes into why presentations are important even when you're getting hired. When I was going through the process at Facebook for getting hired, they asked me to create presentations for my case studies. So I wasn't able to show just my case studies on my website. I had to put them in a presentation format. So these are really important for you to actually even get a job as well. So yeah, it's important. I forgot to give presentations. Forgot to sing it when I said it. Design presentations. Oh, that was kind of more like sing-songy, like a play. Typically include the following. We want to have some sort of user information, facts about our personas, quotes if we can get them from our research, anything like that. Those are typically involved in our presentation. And research stats as well. So any sort of information we have about our users, or perhaps we even say, okay, we had a change in the number of conversions because we changed the color of our call to action. And we want to showcase those designs, those changes. And really what we're explaining is what we call the ROI of our work, the return of investment on our work. Why do people hire us? Why do they want to pay designers? Well, it's ultimately to meet business goals, right? So these are all presentation slides that came from the Adobe XD Presentations plugin. I really didn't have to do much. I made this presentation in like 3 minutes. But the other cool thing about this is when I'm presenting my work, I typically have to present my prototypes. So it's really easy to move into your prototypes. This is the design from yesterday where I can show those interactions from my designs that I want to showcase to my stakeholders, right? So it's just a nice transition. That's why we're learning the presentations plugin today. Your guys' design file is going to look like this. This presentation is a little more fancy. I included some animations. So during today's session, you can choose, okay, do we want to include our animations, something like this, a little more movement, a little more fun. And you can play around with that for your presentations as well. Let's break it down. We're going to go into plugins over here on the bottom left corner to find my presentation plugin, right there. What I'm actually going to do is open up another design file. I'm going to just start from scratch for you guys so it kind of doesn't confuse things with those 2 other presentations I have in there. So I'm going to go into my slides to add the slides I want to have. And I've already selected this particular theme. I can choose to change the theme. There's this switch theme option that allows me to change it to, let's say, this yellow option, or this black minimal dark, or minimal bright. I'm going to keep it here because we're going to go with the Pajama Jammin' Rockstar Fridays. We're going to stick with the music theme today. And let's say, so I'm going to confirm that theme. Let's say I don't love this cover. I want to change it. Well, here are 3 other cover options. Right, so I can select this one. The interesting thing that you have to understand with the presentations plugin is if I want to just change this artboard and change the theme, I need to make sure that this artboard is selected in order to change it. If I want to add a completely new slide, I need to make sure that I clicked out of an artboard and I click into a new slide and it'll upload a brand new slide. Right? So that's just the little thing that kind of gets a little time to get used to. Now let's say I didn't like this image. This is where we're going to start to see the beauty of the presentations plugin for really making this whole process much quicker. If I click into this particular image, in my presentations plugin, it already has all of these images that you can search through via Unsplash here. So I can change the keywords I'm looking for. Maybe I want something like this, something cool like that, or I can search for like a dog. Yeah, happy dog, right? You're able to change those images really quickly like that. I actually used a ton of those images in my earlier presentation to you guys. So lots of images via Unsplash. Okay, I'm gonna just go back to this guy. From here, you can also change text. You can change colors as well. Let me bring in a few more slides so we can see how this works. You may not love the font styles or the colors that they're using, and you're able to easily change that. And the way you can handle that is just the same as you do with any XD file. If I go into my document assets, I can change, let's see what color is this. I'm gonna reveal this color in my assets. If I edit this color here in my document assets, it's gonna change across all my artboards. So you can go ahead and just do what you typically do in order to make those global changes throughout your designs. You can change your colors as well as your character styles as well here. Let's get back into the plugin. So here we have, okay, I'm gonna undo that. I'm like, that red text is driving me crazy. How are you guys feeling about the presentations plugin? How are you guys feeling about it? Did that song wake you up a little too? Here we go. Let's talk about some icons and other elements that you can add or change in your design. Here, if I wanted to add some icons, within the elements section here, I have these different icons. So if I go to view all, I can, I'm going to select, let's say this hand, this weird little hand. I'm gonna make it smaller, move it over here. If I want to replace it, it's just as easy as selecting something else. Let's do the Airbnb logo, or I can search for something else here, heart, and replace that really easily. So that has that capability of bringing in those icons very easily. And then we have other elements in here like shapes, different shapes if you want to use them, and patterns. This is kind of fun, like this little hand-drawn arrow. We also have charts, so I can bring in some sort of diagram if I want to. We also have illustrations in here as well. So there's all kinds of things to really liven up your designs, make them pretty, effective, impactful. But we also might want to make them interactive as well. And if you're getting familiar or starting to feel comfortable using the animations within XD, this is a great opportunity to liven up your presentations as well. Let's start with this guy here, the first cover page. We're gonna have these kind of come in and slide in from the left. One of the first things I'm gonna do is actually group all the items that I want to slide together. So I'm gonna grab those and I'm going to select group, or right click and select group. Then I'm gonna make another version of this and I'm gonna move this group to the left. Now the reason I grouped them is because if they're ungrouped, these elements that are off of that artboard are not actually within inside this artboard here. They're just gonna be within this big gray mass area, and it's not gonna recognize any of the animations that I create. So that's why we need to make sure that we're using them in a group, because if just one thing within this group is touching that artboard, it's gonna recognize the whole group on this artboard. Cool. So I am going to change that. Actually, let's make this go a little far left, this go more a little far left. I'm gonna take this whole group and change the appearance to 0 so that there's nothing when you first land, and then these text elements are gonna move in from the left. Going into prototype mode and selecting that whole artboard, I'm gonna take my little arrow and drag it over to this cover artboard. And the trigger is going to be time, because I don't want to have to do anything. When I land here, I just want there to be an animation without me having to click on anything, do anything right away. And then the action type is auto animate. And I'm going to leave the easing to ease in and out and the duration to 2 seconds. Let's play it. Okay, that felt like kind of long, right? I was like, oh, 2 seconds is a long time there. Let's try 1 second. Okay, that's nice. It's like, hello, here's a bold headline. I'm just gonna randomly sing throughout today. Now let's do a little bit of animations here with the progress bars. This is kind of an easy win for us. So we'll have the progress bars kind of all move when I land into this screen. So I'm gonna make actually one thing that's very key to all of this. Please pay attention. Sometimes with these presentation designs, some of the elements, if I click into here and I go into the right-hand side, it says 360 degrees rotation. I don't know why, honestly, but it really messes up my animations. So I just change everything back to 0. So I'm just grabbing both of those so that just no rotation. No rotations. There we go. Then if I make a copy of that, I want this little progress bar to grow. I'll change the appearance to 0. And let's see how this goes. I'm going to prototype, leaving the trigger at time 0 seconds. Let's try this out. Okay. We're just looking at that one progress here. That feels good. 2 seconds is nice actually with this one. You really have to play around with timing in your prototypes and your animations. It may work with 1 second on one or half a second on another. You have to feel it out because you don't want it to feel really abrupt and uncomfortable, but you also don't want to feel like someone's like waiting to see, you know, waiting for the design, like, okay, how long is this gonna take? I'm gonna just show this other option here. You can use components as well and component states to do something a little fun with your designs and your presentations as well. And For those of you maybe just joining, every time I say presentation, I have to sing presentations with my mic because it's Pajama Jammin' Fridays and we're jamming, we're dancing, we're having fun because it's the weekends coming up. La la la. And I also got a karaoke machine with a new mic, so excited about it. I'm going to choose this team option here. And I'm going to take these elements and I'm going to make them a component. I'm going to grab these 3 elements and I'm going to go over into the right-hand side into my property inspector and make this a component. And then I'm going to make a hover state. So I want an action to happen when I hover over it. Now I have these 2 states and they look exactly the same, but I want it to have a different change. I want there to be some sort of dramatic flair when someone hovers over this image. So if I was introducing some team members, I can use this sort of this hover experience to be like, and this is Jan. Jan the cool, I was trying to rhyme, I can't do it. Jan the cool, maybe it was a guy's name, Jan the cool man. And then from here, I can like change out the image. Maybe I'm gonna put in a dog and maybe I'll put in she loves dogs. So now I have my 2 states. And it's automatically prototyped because I selected the hover state. XD automatically creates that prototype animation for you, so I don't have to do anything. When I click play and I hover over, oh, there's that 360. Ooh, maybe that's kind of cool. I don't know. I feel like a DJ, like, yeah, I don't know if I love it. It's a little like jarring. So again, in XD, some of these presentation layers have this 360 degrees on them. I select that layer. I'm going to just make it 0. Okay, cool. Now let's try it. Okay, that's like, it's nicer, right? And I can be like, presenting and be like, we have, you know, Jan, she loves dogs, she's a great designer, or she's a researcher and she's super on it with these metrics today. I don't know, whatever I want to say about our designers and who's working on our team with us. That's kind of a nice handy option as well. Okay. And of course we've shown a little bit of stats, but I also want to show that there is the options to drag in your mobile screens here. You can do tablet as well or desktop, and you can just drag and drop those images into here so that you can showcase your design work. And then there's also this persona. Let's wait for it. My computer's like, oh my gosh, so much is happening. Here we go. We have a persona as well where you can explain your different user groups and showcase that as well. We have more of these diagrams that you can use. So I've shown a kind of all these different options that you can use to really beef up your presentation for everything that you really need to do within design presentations. I see that we have some, you know, Cartson says, nice name for a dog, Jan. And we have Laura who's, oh, Unicorn is doing some streaming. That's really exciting. Awesome. I would love to see them too. Share them with us. Share them with us in the chat. All right, so if you're ready to then take your presentations and share them with other people, and you don't want to have to do it in XD, it's the same thing you do when you're sharing any of your designs. I can grab all of my artboards and click this share button. And it's creating a presentation link that I can then share with my team members or share it to stakeholders, or maybe I just want to give it to my partner and get their feedback on it. It automatically gives you the setting for design review, but you can change it to presentation. And if I use that presentation link in that way, let me show you. Your presentations will look like this. So you won't have any of the development or design comments or anything like that. It's just more of that full presentation view. Now you can kind of go into full screen mode as well. Yeah, that's all the things, guys. I hope that you had a good time with me today. I had fun. My gosh. I danced and sang and did all of the things. And I'm so glad that those of you who joined are here and supporting this challenge. And I cannot wait to see your guys' presentations. Honestly, it takes minutes, 5-10 minutes to whip up something really quickly, which is the great thing about all of this. All right, have a good rest of your weekend, and I hope to see you guys next week for challenge number 5. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's session reviewing presentations. Had to go hard for the last one. All right, bye guys.